got the job because I got lucky. I'm a fraud. Will they ever find out I don't know what I'm doing? Do these thoughts sound familiar to you? You may be dealing with imposter syndrome and you are in good company. I've been there. I get it. I understand. It's called imposter syndrome. This term describes how high-achieving people fail to recognize their success and/or accomplishments and have persistent self-doubt and fear of being exposed as a fraud. They struggle with attributing their performance to their competence and often attribute success to luck or other outside factors. No matter what you call it, imposter syndrome is real and present in the business world. It's not a disease or an abnormality, but it can have harmful impact on job performance and satisfaction and eventually cause burnout. After deciding to make the transition from teacher to instructional designer, and who was someone who was relatively new to the world of instructional design, I felt imposter syndrome quite often, especially when interviewing for a new job. It was difficult for me to talk about my skills and accomplishments without feeling like a complete fraud. With 10 years of experience in education, my confidence should have been higher. Years later, after starting the eLearning and Instructional Design for Beginners community, I decided to find out how many others felt the same. So I conducted a survey asking community members and thousands of eTeach Online followers about their experience with imposter syndrome. The results proved that imposter syndrome is alive and running rampant in the world of ID. Some of the things that I discovered is that a lot of people have imposter syndrome feelings with learning technology, such as Storyline, Captivate, Camtasia, Canva, etc. And they also have imposter syndrome with understanding the jargon, such as ADDIE, SME, ISD, LMP, or LMS. Another thing I saw was imposter syndrome with confidence in designing content, or when seeing other people succeed, knowing when you should be winning too. So where does imposter syndrome stem from? Elizabeth Cox, in her TEDx talk, says that people who are highly skilled or accomplished tend to think that others are just as skilled, which can grow into a feeling that they don't deserve more treatment over others. Hence the presence of imposter syndrome. Elizabeth Cox also discussed the term pluralistic ignorance, which says that we each doubt ourselves, but we feel like we are the only ones who feel that way. This mainly happens because no one else voices their doubt. After viewing the results from my followers, it's clear that instructional designers generally feel a sense of imposter syndrome at some point in their career. In fact, imposter syndrome is seen in all walks of life and has been present for decades, if not centuries. Albert Einstein, Maya Angelou, and Meryl Streep are just a few well-known success stories that have been vocal about their experience of feeling like an imposter. So, you feel like an imposter? What's next? Talk about it. Obviously, there are many other people who feel the same, and it seems the best way to help combat these feelings is to share them. What is causing you to be feeling the imposter syndrome? Send me an email and let me know at crystal@eteachonline.com. I promise to read your email. And remember, you are not alone. Many of the best have felt feelings of imposter syndrome. Do you need more help building up your confidence? I have a step-by-step program that will help you find all the confidence to land a career and be successful in instructional design, but also guide you through the process. It's called the eLearning and Instructional Design for Beginners community. In the community, I teach you how to design engaging and interactive e-learning content from scratch, following the Harper method. Become a master in e-learning and instructional design without the burden of having to return to school. Create content that keeps the learners active in mastering the course materials. Learn the process of course development. You'll also get the support from an expert in e-learning and instructional design. You'll join a community of hundreds of other new and aspiring instructional designers. E-learning and instructional design for beginners community members have created e-learning courses from scratch, built their instructional designer portfolio, landed their first job in instructional design, and have even started their own freelance instructional design companies. Do you want to learn more? Go to eteachonline.com/join and make your instructional design dreams a reality.
Syndrome.